Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel We the Learners. In this video we are going to discuss various literary elements of the poem For Anne Gregory by William Butler Yeats. So first of all, let's discuss about the rhyme scheme of the poem. Here it is. Rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, C, B, D, B, and throughout the poem same rhyme scheme has been followed. So how we can find out the rhyme scheme of a particular stanza? For that, look at the last word of each line of the stanza for which you want to find rhyme scheme. So first line, last word is always represented by the letter A because it is the very first sound. Next is, or you can say very first rhyme. Next, look at the last word of the second line, despair. If it is sounding like the previous one, like here, if it is sounding like man, then we can represent it with A again. Otherwise, we give it a different letter. What I want to say is that different letter is given to a different sounding word. So it is again sounding a different sound. So it is represented by letter B. Then colored. Again, it's a different sound. It is neither matching with despair nor with man. So we will represent it with another letter, that is C. Ear. Now ear and despair. Last ear. So they are sounding similarly, means they are rhyming. So despair was represented with letter B. So ear will also be represented with letter B. Next, alone. Alone is completely a different sound, so we will represent it with letter D. And the final word is air. So air. They all three are sounding similarly, so we will represent them with the same letter, that is B. So the rhyme scheme is A, B, C, B, D, B. Okay. Now, if we look at other poetic devices like alliteration. Alliteration means repetition of same letter, or you can say repetition of consonant sound at the beginning of two or more closely placed words. Like he, had. Here, repetition of the sound here is repeated. Next, another example for this is set, such, brown or black. In set, such, sound s is repeated. Brown or black, sound b is repeated. And all these sounds are of consonant, means consonant sounds are repeated. Next is metaphor. Metaphor is a literary device which is used while comparing two dissimilar ideas without using the words like or as. Here, honey means color of the honey and the color of the hair of Anne Gregory. Means Anne Gregory's hair color and color of the honey. Actually both are different things, but they have been compared without using as or like. So we can say here metaphor has been used. In the next line, ramparts and the again hair of Anne Gregory. Both have been compared. Like ramparts hide the fort, similarly hair of the Anne Gregory hide her ears. So again both have been compared, ramparts as well as hair and hair of Anne Gregory, and both are actually different, but they have been compared on the basis of some common characteristic, that is they both are hair protecting something. So, or you can say they both are hiding here something, like ramparts are hiding fort. Similarly, Anne Gregory's hair are hiding her ears. So both have been compared on the basis of some common characteristics. So we can say it is metaphor. Next is enjambment. Enjambment. It is used in the poems, or you can say verse, when there is a continuation of sentence without a pause beyond the end of a line, or couplet, or you can say stanza. Here throughout the poem there are many examples of enjambment, like here it is the continuation of the line without any comma or punctuation marks, or you can say pause. Again, continuation of line. After honey color, there is no punctuation or pause. The line is continuing. So we can say enjambment has been used here. Next poetic device is anaphora. Anaphora is a poetic device that is used when there is a repetition of words or phrases, or you can say two or more words at the beginning of the sentences, and the sentences should be consecutive. There should be no gap in between them. So we can say when there are 2 or 3 consecutive lines, and in the beginning of these lines, if any word or phrase is repeated, then we can say anaphora poetic device has been used. Next poetic device is refrain. Refrain is a type of repetition in which generally, or you can say most of the time, last lines of the stanza are repeated. Like in this poem we can say, love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair. This line, love you for yourself alone and not your yellow hair, in the stanzas, and actually at the end of the stanzas these lines have been repeated. So we can say this is an example of refrain. Next poetic device is apostrophe. Till now we have learned that apostrophe is used to show possession, or you can say to indicate some omission of numbers or words. But apostrophe is also a figurative device, or you can say it's a literary device that is used to denote some imaginary or absent speaker or listener. In the poem, it has been not specified that N. Gregory is speaking, or the poet himself is speaking. It has been not mentioned clearly, but by reading the poem we can see that they both are conversing to each other. So when there is a absent person, as if it were present, and it responds, so then we can say apostrophe poetic device has been used. Means it indicates imaginary or absent speaker or listener, or you can say any person, object or concept. So these were the different literary elements that were used throughout the poem. Hope you liked my explanation. We will keep providing you various explanations of various chapters, poems in English to English as well as in English to Hindi. So keep supporting us, keep loving. Thank you.